driving around in a 26 Nissan Leaf. This is a Platinum edition. And I just wanted to do kind of an initial reaction of the Leaf, and I'm just going to say first and foremost, this is a the first two generations of the Leaf can just go. They could have called this something else and nobody would have known the difference, but the redesign on this car is absolutely fabulous. I love this interior. Everything that I disliked about the first and second generation Leafs is gone. The interior on this car feels luxurious. It's a lot like the Aria, I would say. Another one of my favorite things about this right now is the Bose sound system. You get the dual speakers in the headrest, sort of like the Nissan Kicks has. These actually function when you're talking on Bluetooth too on the radio, and it makes it where the person you're talking to isn't going through all the speakers; they're just going through these. So it's actually, you know, a little bit more private, probably just a little bit more easier for everybody else in the car, not getting distracted if you're chatting with someone. But the sound system in this car sounds fantastic. I'm not sure what is different about the interior acoustics on this Leaf, but whatever's happening in here works well with the sound system. It sounds really good. I was really happy to hear that. And another one of my favorite features is probably just something that I think is really cool, and it's the opaque sunroof. I'll put the name of, you know, what the technology is called that does this, but you push a button, and I don't know if you can see it in the shot, but the sunroof is opaque, and then when you push the button, it becomes transparent, and it does it in little notches. It's kind of cool to look at. I think two of my kids, I showed that to, and both of them's reaction was like, what? So it's pretty interesting. And one of the cool things about this is that with them doing this and not having a shade, Nissan was able to, taller passengers are going to gain an inch of room. I don't have that problem, but if you are a taller person, you will be very happy to know that you won't be so claustrophobic in this interior, because you don't have the, you know, all the frame of the sunroof. You don't have space for the shade or the, you know, opening moonroof kind of deal, because this is static. It does not open up. The cabin's relatively quiet. Obviously it's electric, so you don't get the, you know, combustion engine sounds. But I really like this. I think everything is laid out nicely in the car. And I want to put an asterisk beside that, because there is one thing, and this is something silly, and this is something that somebody that buys one of these is going to get used to so quick. But the placement of the start-stop button on this is in a strange place. So if I get in most newer Nissans now, and I don't look, I just push the button because I know where it's at. Well, I've done that numerous times, and there's nothing there. They kind of put it up more on a flat spot facing up at you. The touchscreen infotainment system works really well. I mean, I haven't had any issues with this as far as functionality goes. Some of the vehicles, I know, like some of the early Arias, the Muranos, things like that, you know, the displays can become finicky sometimes, and it's generally just a software update. Nissan has been addressing any of those issues they've had, so if you're having those kind of problems, let your dealership know, and they can look and see if there's an update for you. But all in all, I love this thing. I had a neighbor stop by. They were walking by and they asked what this was. I was unloading some stuff out of it. And when I told them it was a Leaf, the wife was floored. They own an EV. And when she was walking away, she turned around and she was like, "Thank you for showing it to me." She goes, "The Leaf is 100% on my radar now when I want to buy a new car." They did not like the first or second generations. And this thing, I mean, in my mind, it ticks all the boxes. As I'm driving here, I just thought about one other thing that I feel like, if you've driven any of the new Nissans with the heads-up displays, they're kind of offset to the left a little bit, which is fine. It usually works okay. But one of the things I do like about this Leaf is it is centered. And I don't know if that's just because this vehicle is a little bit more narrow than some of the bigger vehicles, but I actually like this a little bit better. I feel like it's easier to look at it. It's right perfectly in the center of your vision versus, you know, sort of being off kilter a little bit.